Hello everybody and welcome to part 7 of my Salty Shaka series. Towards the end of the last part, we were meticulously making sure that we didn't force ourselves into a position where we would be selecting a social policy before we hit medieval so that we can actually uh, take the commerce opener. This barbarian camp came up and we do have a couple of caravans running through here, so we're going to shield that, but otherwise it's pretty smooth sailing at this point. Everybody else is getting into position in Beijing to prepare for war against Greece. Most progressive people says we have 7. I thought that referred to social policies, so I'm not sure what that's about. We have 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm not sure why it would say 7. But Golden Age has dawned, so let's go into our cities and make sure we're working all of our gold tiles. We are there, and now we are here. And the granary is about finished, so the fact that we're working this pure production tile should be fine. We just addressed that, and we finally get to purchase a missionary. So it'll have this converted next turn. We'll hop the river, come over, do Beijing. Again, Beijing simply because our religion's not pressuring it. And if we convert that, we'll have double pressure on Nobamba, who, even though they're growing quickly, will convert. And since we do have Earth Mother, that'll be Faith on the Salt, as well as Faith on the Copper and Iron. However, this is a puppet, so we're not going to be able to control that. Alright, so when we came here, I'm pretty sure we understood that I didn't mean to click here, I meant to come here, so we should have more visibility here. That's a mistake, and unfortunately I can't go chasing that down. Caravan was here, so that means it went into the city tiles here, so we're just going to heal up, and then we should be able to, it'll come here, or we should lead it, denounce, so that when it comes here we can war, pillage, and if there's nobody here we can keep scouting to the west. Try to get a clear picture of where all is Greece. Alright, so in case this camp should start throwing off another barbarian, I'll have him hop up on the hill and we'll defend here. Just a reminder, as soon as this says 1 until we have tech, we can go nuts on the culture, so this will be the last turn that we need to not attack that. And, yeah. Okay, so we're starting to run out of uses for our workers, but we're also about to go to war. So there's that. Let's see here. Basically, we're just kind of withdrawing. We're gathering the troops up every way that we can. Alright, we'll keep an eye on this as we... Oh, you know what? Actually, let's just keep an eye on this as we pass the turn. And there we go. There is the caravan. So let's step out in front of it. We will denounce Greece. And that way, when we're all lined up, we can declare war, and it'll be nice and clean. There'll be no diplomatic penalty for declaring war out of nowhere. This is the new guy, and he is heading over to the west. Oh, I saw a barbarian here. Okay. Oh, we're at 1 turn. Okay. Yeah, so we can go nuts with the culture. That's okay. Yeah, we don't want to go too forward. Alright, so we'll back him up just a little bit, get everybody close together. He's going to go here. Everybody's racked up. Oh, maybe I should have gone here. Nah, we got a good enough people around here. Yeah, he'll get demobilized whenever we cross the river, but that's okay, because all these guys will be... We don't want him to be clumped up in the back. Alright. Anyways, let's see here. We have 8 composite bowmen, so we don't need to really think about that. Might be worth... I mean, we're going to just keep pumping out MPs as our unit supply allows us. I know it says -1, but when we consume the missionary, that's going to change. Right now we're at 17, 21, 26 even, which is unfortunate, because it means we got to grow twice to up that unit cap. We do have too many workers. Everybody's finishing up. For the most part, we do got some stuff to do over here, but it's not time sensitive. So I do think it might still be worthwhile. Okay, that's of note. We do want to keep working the gold tile, so I guess we got to pull off the horses now to get that growth continuing on. We do hit civil service next turn, so we'll re-examine all of our tile assignments at that point, since we do have a couple of river cities. I do think we should just press on with units for now. We are about to take over cities though, so happiness is going to be an issue. Maybe that's of consideration. Maybe a temple would be a good idea. Keep that happiness up. Like I said, the unit supply I'm not worried about, because not only are we going to consume the missionary, but you can see because it's at 26, we have to get up to 2.6 over to incur a 10% penalty. So we actually have room for one more before we get penalized, and then we consume this, so we have two more. So yeah, I definitely think pressing on is the way to go. Let's have this worker come here, that way he can cross the river next turn, and then he can be a part of our war effort just in case we need to get some pillage, repair operations going. And again, we are at one turn until civil service, so let's just unload. There we go. Good deal. Alright. And that means this guy, right in the moment when he no longer needs to heal up, is free to come out and show his face. So there we go. Yeah, see, every single tile within the city's borders is developed. Same thing over here except for these two, which we only need one worker. And yeah, borders are going to grow, so we should kind of be looking at that, right? In fact, we've got this worker here who literally has nothing to do. We do have a farm here, but he can address that. So what I should do at this point is, okay, see how it says Zulu worker Chinese? That means we stole this from China. We've stolen that one from China. That one we stole from Indonesia. That one we stole from China. This one we stole from Jerusalem. And this one we stole from Jerusalem. Okay. So it's not clear to me if we need to call one or two workers, but at least one, right? So what we can do is have this guy start heading up as a scout. Let him get captured, because right now we've been focused on the war efforts, but we do have this death squad in the east. We'll probably make some units for a death squad in the west, you know, in case some barbarian camp, like we do have this barbarian camp here. But if we let him get captured and then we recapture him, we'll be prompted again, return it or keep it. We return it, we'll get some rep with Jerusalem, which is not actually all that important, simply because I have every intention of continuing to tribute them over and over. But nevertheless, yeah, whatever. I'm coming for you. And take a look at that. There's no Greek units within our sight range there. Okay, civil service is here. So this means two things. First things first, let's address our tile assignment. This is 4 core, this is 4 core, so I'm going to go here. Let's favor the food over growth, but otherwise we're well positioned there already. This is not a river city. This is, but the two that benefit are middle of the road, and we're about to grow next turn anyways. So for as long as we have a golden age, let's stay on this tile. We'll grow into this tile and then this tile. Maybe pick this tile up. Granary is finished in the city, so I'm going to proceed to watermill. We want grow, grow, grow for unit supply. It would be really nice to have such a robust army that we could have a two-front war. So yeah, we'll just keep on growing as long as we can support the happiness. Because keep in mind, the growing like this is the kind of thing that there will come a point where the cities just slow down. They just have to. Like this one has 2 good production tiles. Here we have 2 good production tiles. Here we have 2 good production tiles. So we can pump the brakes at any time we want. So while we don't need to, let's just go, go, go. All right, 14 gold per turn. This becomes 16 gold per turn. Meager, but you know, it's somewhat necessary. It says we got 27 turns till next policy, and let's just take a look at this. If we went directly for acoustics, which is the shortest path to Renaissance, we're looking at 1938. And yeah, universities can speed that up, but it's looking like we're going to need a filler policy. And that's not the worst thing in the world, because the wagon trains, you know, the reduction of maintenance on roads is a big deal. We only have the 13 road tiles right now. If we get wagon trains, then yeah, I can justify a road to Athens from Beijing, but otherwise, not so much. And I really don't see myself dropping another city here, even with this here, just to... We have our 3-city core, one of which was late, and happiness is going to be an issue because we're going full domination, so let's not go nuts like that. I suppose there could be arguments for coming into workshops. I think there could be arguments made for going into machinery at this point. We don't need the science, right? Like, scientifically, we are above and beyond. And we actually want the MP window to be as long as possible. But if we get away from MPs and we upgrade to riflemen, like, we'll lose spear throw and the buff versus gunpowder, but we'll be, like, stronger, right? Let's see here. Riflemen. Let's take a look here. Rifling. They have 34 combat strength versus an MP's 16. Yeah, so that'd be double strong anyway, so we would lose that the spear throw. I guess what I'm getting at is there's no downside to continuing to ramp up our science. Plus, the sooner we get into rationalism, the sooner we will no longer be forced to take filler policies. And that's, you know, people have different play styles, but for me, that's kind of important. Okay, so we addressed the tile assignment, so the next thing for hitting civil service is going to be upgrading to MPs. So let's take this guy. He's going over the road. So he can actually get into the city tile. That's the last tile he can get to without running out of movement. So I'll have Runty step out for a second. That way the good guy can get as far as possible and still upgrade. And look at that. We got tons of gold. This is a drop in the bucket. Which is good, because what we should be saving our gold up now for is buying city-states. We've already found 2 culture ones. We don't want to ramp up culture now, but there will come a point where doing so is going to be an amazing path. Let's see, this leaves us with just 1 spearman, which is going to be this guy here. So I'm going to have these guys start heading down like so. Come over here. Follow up this guy here. Okay, so let's step on this hill. Nice. Visibility, good to go. To me, this looks like a cup of mountains, but nevertheless, we have 2 caravans running in through here, so I think complete visibility will be a good idea to get a feel for, because anything that spawns, if I'm right about that, if anything that spawns in here, they're going to be coming for our lands, our caravans, and that's something we would want to know sooner rather than later. Okay, let's see if we can get somebody to pay us to war Greece. Obviously, this guy's who I would think would be most likely to. He doesn't go for it. Oh, check this out. This must be a feature of the updated enhanced user interface. It used to be we'd have to scroll down, open the menu again, select the person, but it literally remembers our last position as far as scroll bar and menu. So that makes shopping for a war benefactor that much easier. I like that. I didn't even realize that was a thing. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we lost the incense for now. We will ultimately regain that. Sparta has incense. Athens has incense. But let's go ahead and we gotta click on that to highlight this. And there we go. Plus 100 gold. We'll take steps out here. Oh! We meet a new civ. The
United States of America welcome you.
Yeah, it's too bad we didn't meet him.
Proceed.
He might have paid for war, huh?
Very well.
Okay, so he's got silver and dyes. I see he wants our salt, but I'm half tempted to see if we can wait, because gold's finally doing okay in terms of GPT. Lump sum, we're doing great, considering we just paid for a bunch of MP upgrades and we still have half a grand. What's he got? Copper we already have, cotton we don't, so that's good to know. Let's see here. He's got 5 cities already, and he is playing Liberty, so he's got 5 cities as well. Maybe he met Greece and felt the need to keep up. Let's see. Military. America. Not doing so good. Can't wait to see the score next turn after the Impy upgrade has a chance to propagate. Oh, he is a science leader after us. Interesting. Maybe that's the direction we head in next. And that's actually good, because I think one of the problems when you get to this little shift of science era metagame is it's real easy to just pump out unit after unit and say, hey, get to the front line, get to the front line, and then like everything's resolved. Your core army did most of the heavy lifting, maybe another unit or two is helpful, and meanwhile you got all these guys that you sent over here, which maybe you sent better over here or over here. But it's looking like our aim is going to be, you know, southwest, south by south, or west by southwest, west, and then up to the northwest, so we can just keep marching on. So it's really good that we got the scout out here. We'll use that to complete visibility there. All right, so what we can do with these guys is kind of fan out like so, and that way we've got a good amount of eyes near. Yeah, we'll take a couple turns. We need time for the MPs to get in front of them, but, you know, how long is that going to take? Alright, let's take a look at workers. Okay, border growth in 1. So one of these workers should stick around for whatever comes of that. This worker, he can do these things by himself. Alright, and this is a Jerusalem worker too, right? The Jerusalem workers just happen to be in the east. So the question is, do we give up a second one to be captured? Or, knowing that we're probably going to take wagon trains, do we actually delegate our workers to pre-building roads in the west? And if so, how many workers do we delegate to that task? Where do we position them? It's unclear to me. So let's go ahead and have this guy get onto this. This guy, will put him in the city. He can address whatever tile this grows to. And yeah, let's go ahead and have him hop over here. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Yep. I forgot making the road. Okay, we should have had him coming this way. It's okay. If we start here, I don't know. He does work. He gets started. He can backfill. I don't know. Something. We'll figure it out. It's not that important. Okay. So the only real question right now is, do we sell him salt for money, or do we wait and see if he gets duplicates? Money's fine, and happiness is a bit of a problem because we're about to be taking cities and stuff. Gun Love You is building a Coliseum, so that will help. But I think we already determined our first target, Corinth, only has copper, which we already have. So we're not going to get any happiness from conquering that city. Alright, so this is the tile that it grew to. We'll get started on that. No Bamba. Alright, we'll go into that tile and then into the next one. Okay, we'll creep slowly just to see. Alright, this is good to see. That means we have another turn for him to get on the third radius. That way step shoot, step shoot, step shoot is an option. He's going across the river here. These 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this will be, if we have this guy come out this way, that leaves a space for him. We kind of want to favor the MPs because they got to get into position, but at the same time he's the slow one, so we need to accommodate him as well. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Hey guys, look at this. My scout soloed a city. Yay! Okay, well unfortunately that cripples our unit supply, but we're addressing that. This guy's gonna get captured. and this guy is about to be consumed. Looks like he can get one more hex. So he's the one that's going towards the war effort. He's the one that's going to be pre-building roads to the west. Man, that's awkward. I guess he's just continuing on with developing Beijing. Oh man, look at that. 2 movement points shy. Well, I guess since we're on the road, technically 1 movement point shy. Oh well. So these guys will continue down here. Yeah, I do want to get the completion of scouting, even if this is a... oh wait, that's Runty, isn't it? Yep. So we'll have these guys swap places. We'll tell Runty to alert up. There we go. That's pretty good, right? I like it. Alright, so let's pass the turn here. Actually, let's keep an eye on what's going on over here as we pass the turn. Ooh. Unpunished. Okay, he does want our salt. Well, buddy, why don't you get yourself a duplicate luxury? Oh, crap. I'm sorry. I was, I was moving the mouse around between turns. That's a big no-no with the new enhanced user interface. Geneva wants Taoism. That's out there. I don't know. I mean, tithe, right? I mean, we're in this weird position where we have enough faith gain where we can afford the occasional missionary, but not so much that we can afford things like pagodas everywhere, right? We do want to reform our religion. We've taken care of our core, so I probably will address that. It's just not going to be anytime soon. And what is this guy doing, building wonder after wonder and not actually developing his luxuries? Ugh, what is up with that? I don't know. Alright, good. Colosseum is finished here. So we should go to market, I guess. Yeah, we're doing theology, right? And then on to universities. Let's get as many of the core buildings as we can so that when it comes time for university, we're good to go. Let's see here. Stop. A little bit of visibility there. And there we go. All 3 of these can step shoot. So now it just comes down to where do these guys all fit in. Let's see. You cross the river. That's the easy part. You go like that, and you go like that. Cool. Nice little pocket for this guy to max distance. There we go. And obviously, as we need to fan out, we will favor the northwest since, you know, Sparta and stuff. The one thing we've got to watch out for is that he's not marching this way. But we can see it doesn't look like he's marching at all. And once he detects us on his borders, he's going to start throwing all his units down this way, which we should be able to address, and that means he won't be marching through here, which is good. We have 2 movement points, so let's go ahead and move in like so. There's not even a unit in the city tile. Wow. Okay. Well, that makes my job easier. What we can do with the worker, since it is an extra unit, I mean, we could delete it to just, you know, settle up the... let's have the scout come here and here. Okay, so we have eyes on a 4th city. That's good to know. As for the worker, we don't actually need him, but our scouting game's been lackluster, so maybe we send him up here, try to look for that. If we delete him, he's gone forever, but if he gets captured, maybe we recapture it later if we do need him again. Okay, I mean, there's a hill here. It looks like it's 2 turns away, a clean 2 turns away, so I'll just go for it. We can delete it at any time, so it's not like I'm locked into that decision or anything. Oh, that's why I didn't notice this as a spot before, because this hill is dark. This is much more important, because this leaves dark hexes here and here, but those are real close to our city, which means we can respond easier than if a camp spawned like up here. Although with him taking the fish tile, it looks like this is no longer a risk. Nevertheless... Alright, so there we go. Oh, okay, we don't even need to delete him. I should have checked on that first. Good to know. Okay, so maybe we pre-build just 1 turn per, and then figure out our way back. I don't know, we kind of want to pace ourselves, right? I want to watch up here, actually. because it doesn't much happen. It doesn't much matter what happens outside of Corinth. We can respond to that. Cool. Let's have him hop up on the hill. Hey, city-state. Nice. We can have him try to get eyes on the city tile. We don't. We got to be careful because we can be seen from here, but this should allow us to get eyes on the city tile and back up and go around, figure out what's going on. Look at this. Washington has a unique luxury. Yay.
I'm listening.
Good things come to those who wait, eh? There we go. That happiness is ripe for taking cities. I like it. Nice. Okay, so if we wanted to, we could have this guy, this MP, come over here. This guy could go 1, 2, upgrade, 1, 2, 3, and then go west. And that way we're addressing this while backfilling in the west. Because we know he's fresh as far as Barbarian XP. I think that makes sense. Okay, we'll do something like that. And we'll have him get captured here, both so we can get the visibility and so that we know our composite bowman will be able to shoot at it. Because he'll capture, we'll go here. Probably get shot at. Well, he'll be jumping up here too. But then we can muscle through without tripping over the... Yeah, so you come 1, 2, upgrade. There we go. You Lundy has grown. That'll help with the unit supply. Let's see here. MP. Let's just double check that real quick. -1, which means we can stomach one more and still be good. We're about to lose it. Yep, definitely MP. Definitely MP. And we should consider at some point Jerusalem targets nearby encampment. Oh, cool. I was just going to say we should at some point perhaps get up another composite bowman to be part of the death squad in the west. It's kind of awkward, though, because we've got our primary forces in the west. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, this is the turn where we start. So let's start from the south first. Okay, now there is a unit there. That's okay. And it's got to be here and here. Otherwise, all 3 composite bowmen don't reach. Okay, so... 1, 2, 3... we've got a big clump here, right? I'll have him come here. Well, he can afford to... In fact, yeah, composite bowman, we can afford to go here. So let's have one come to the south, and then everybody else will be more, like, west justified. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So he can actually come up through here, which means we can have a blocker here. Okay, we're in range of a... But that don't matter. Yeah, something like this. And then this actually covers everybody for now. We are fanning out a bit, so that's kind of unfortunate, but... and there we go. There's the... Oh, you know what? That was a mountain tile. We didn't actually have to come there. We could see it was a mountain tile. Oh, well. Okay, pre-build road... It might be worth just doing one tile, get him out here, get some visibility going. This guy could come in behind, and that way we're not splatting down the road too early, because we don't actually want to complete it anytime soon. Okay, look like the guy... Okay, cool. We meet that city-state like so. I gotta stop moving the... Uh-oh, what happened? Is this the one that's out over by... Oh! That's the one we meant to have captured, okay. It's funny how meticulously my mind like approaches all of this and then literally loses sight of something I was just planning. Oh, that's good. Okay, well this is useful information. We need to know where they are relative to Washington's lands so that we have... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So if we get visibility on the city tile... Okay, so I guess in a way this is good. We're kind of diverting his attention away. I'll just hang out right there. We'll swoop in here, try and get city tile, end up on the hill or something. I don't know. I don't want to go too nuts. Alright, let's cross the river. And look at that. They're on the exact same latitude, so yeah, definitely. Okay, you are missing almost enough to pillage, so I might as well just pillage. He can come down. $86. Yeah. Okay, and with him coming down, that allows us to sidestep like so, which means now he can step shoot, which means room for this guy to step shoot, which means this guy can shoot from there. MP, let's not forget to pillage. It's gold and it heals him. And what about you? You got it? You got it all by yourself? You do? Okay. He seems furthest away from the action, so I think this makes sense. This guy 1, 2, 3. He still has 2 movement. Yep. We don't have a need to pillage anything else. Although, if we have this guy pillage now, and then after the city's captured, oh wait, we don't even have to. Let's just take it for the gold. We're burning this land down anyway, so it's not like it matters. Oh wow. Okay, so maybe waiting would have been a better idea. That's okay. This is the first time I've seen Poland in one of my games that I was not even the least bit intimidated. And he's way on the other side of Washington. Let's just take a peek at where he's at. Poland, right around Washington in terms of military. Irrelevant in terms of science. So I don't know if we'll be going through America into Poland, but that is too soon to tell. Do you have 3 movement points? You do. And we were talking about using him to capture, but he can capture the city, which allows him to slam into this guy. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, raise the city. And we are in positive happiness. What do we got here? Just a library to sell off? That's fine. That's actually good, because that means we don't have to keep checking in every turn. Although it is going to prompt us to select something, so we'll do that. Alright, so I'll have the Great General step down, so when we slam into this guy, it's maximum efficacy. 1 shot. Look at that. That is brutal. You only have 2 movement points left, right? Yeah. So we'll come here. And then we'll have him come here. He has another movement point, but let's not do it. He has another movement point, so let's do that. And we'll have him just head over here in preparation of other stuff. Eventually we'll have a need for a worker for things we're pillaging, one would think. Alright, this is the diagonal we want, so let's do that. We have duplicate copper. I'm not going to sell it because once this burns down, the deal will stay intact and we'll actually lose our primary copper. Alright, we are past the half-hour mark, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you see anything I don't, discuss amongst yourselves. I love it when you guys ask questions and help each other out. Leave a like if you feel I've earned it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next part. Take care.